intro, cue the intro, what's up? Whew, okay, so that's a lot better. This may or may not be the first time I've put on clothes and a full face of makeup in the past like 2 months. And by may not, I mean it is. I've just been wearing leggings every day. I and the rest of the Near crew haven't seen each other since all this started. Everyone's been at home, mostly except for Tina, who is still going to work into the office every day. And I miss them so much. It's so weird doing this stuff on my own. I miss our panel videos. I miss seeing each other. We just see each other on Zoom, you know, and that's about it. So I thought we could share with all of you what we do with our time at home to keep ourselves from going insane. So I've basically just been playing a lot of video games, watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of movies, and playing kind of a ridiculous amount of D&D, and also Masks, which is my like new favorite role-playing system where you play as a superhero. So I spent a lot of time with my friends online doing just that. Comic books I'm starting to pick up again, but like mostly I've been reading for the show, and otherwise it's been really hard for me to concentrate on reading. But hopefully I picked up a pretty big haul from IST that I'll be posting soon, so hopefully that'll change. But man, I just miss seeing everyone so much. And I just wish I knew what they were doing with their time. Omar, I already see you at least once a week, usually twice, sometimes more with our live videos on StreamYard. But how have you been doing with all of this? What have you been doing? You just reading? What are the kids doing? What's up?
Oh, Maddie, I miss your face too, along with everyone else. And how I have spent my quarantine is trying to figure out a method to read multiple books at the same time. Got it down to about 5 or 6 right now. So I can do old reader, new reader, so I can do reviews in a flash, so I can do overviews, and another segment that I'm starting, and trying to make multiple videos every day, but you know that already. And I kind of wish I had somebody working the camera, because that would be awesome. I can't even do funny intros anymore because Andrew's not around. And speaking of Andrew, what about you, my man? How have you spent this quarantine?
Well, that's a good question, Omar. I really do miss making our funny intros and our videos. I miss the whole Near Mint Condition crew. Oh, hey, look at that accidental product placement from Redbubble. But I am staying busy. So my day job lets me work from home. Most of the people I work with are remote anyway, so that really hasn't changed, and I'm very fortunate for that. I am using the time to kind of straighten up my studio, kind of reorganize things. I've been really wanting to spend some time and kind of put together like a nice green screen setup, do some experimentation with cameras and lighting and things like that. So I'm trying to find a little bit of time here and there to do that. Other than that, just more in the house in general. My wife and I are doing some decorating. You've probably seen some paint splotches on the wall here. We're trying out some colors. We're also trying to put up a lot of artwork, things that are just beautiful or just really inspire us to enjoy some of the greater things that we like to be reminded of. Other than that, I've been playing some Dungeons and Dragons lately. I just started playing Link's Awakening for the first time ever. I don't know how that game escaped my childhood, but I'm playing it now and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I'm also just, trying to remind myself of the things that I keep dear, like family and friends and stuff like that. But one thing that I've just dug out of my closet and I haven't looked at in years is this power-up paper airplane, remote controlled by a mobile device. I haven't looked at this in a long time, but let's see how it works. Okay, we're gonna use my iPad and see how this thing goes. I gotta go look at something. Dan, how are you doing?
Hey, I've been doing well. Thanks for asking. It's good to hear from you guys. It's been a while since we've gotten to see each other. I've been trying to stay busy. I've been doing a lot of working, as you know.
Your Honor, everything opposing counsel has just said is more or less accurate. I mean, obviously, he's a smart guy, he's picked up some flashy tricks. But I wonder, What would the rule against perpetuities say we ought to do here?
I've been doing a lot of dusting. And I've been trying to get my collection just right. I've taken up martial arts. And I've also spent a lot of time doing some job training to try to let me expand my horizons a little bit, career-wise. I've been trying to get outside some. I've been fishing and hiking and, running, doing all sorts of really strenuous activities. I've been trying to get the most out of ordering things online and the fleeting dopamine hit that you get from opening new toys.
Yes, it's for Dan Hancock.
Can I see your ID? Alright, what's the item?
It's Optimus Prime Transformer toy.
Let's see, looks like the next on my call list is Rob. Hey Rob, between your millions of kids and your unopened video games, how have you been spending quarantine?
Hey Mentees, this is Rob64 coming to you in quarantine zone. We are obviously in quarantine lockdown, trying to find other things to do other than playing games. I've been playing games, but what else have I been up to? What have you guys been up to? Let us know in the comments down below. But I've been doing a couple other things other than just playing games. For example, I've been reading. Been doing my Bible study fellowship, and it's been very encouraging to remember that we're to love our neighbors as ourselves and to use our words not to harm, but for the edification of others. So that's been a good thing to keep in mind as we are kind of stressed and have divergent views. I've been reading things that I've been missing out on, like Black Panther, Infinity Gauntlet, and being a gamer, of course, I've been reading these to the kids, Super Mario and the Legends of Zelda comics. These books are fantastic. I highly recommend you guys check them out if you haven't already. This is Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. This is a great book about how video games are made and the process and all the money and project management and creativity and business and everything. This book is fantastic. This is by Jason Scherer of former Kotaku fame. This is The Arcade by Bitmap Books. And this book is just beautiful marquees. Obviously, I'm playing current games, and I'll probably have a video talking about some games that I've been playing under quarantine. But I've also had a chance to play some retro games that have been sitting on the shelf. So to do that, I've been using the Analog NT, or the Analog Super NT, and the Mega SG. Those have been really good for playing things like Streets of Rage and Dragon Quest V, which I'm currently going through. And by the way, after you can finish Final Fantasy VII, you should play Dragon Quest XI, and then you should play Dragon Quest V. And the film is on Netflix, so check that out too. This is a Raspberry Pi, so it's been fun playing around with the Raspberry Pi. It is in a Sharp X6800 case, so that's pretty neat if that looks like the system. I would love to have one of these, so if anyone out there wants to sell me one, let me know. This is an actual arcade board. So I've been playing with arcade boards as well. Been playing this is Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. It was Hyper Fighting, but all you have to do to switch it out is replace this ROM, this ROM, this ROM, these three ROMs with different ROMs, and boom, you have Champion Edition or you have Hyper Fighting. It's really cool playing with old arcade PCBs and hardware. This project has been super fascinating. This is called Mister. I don't know if I've talked about this before. This actually emulates the processors themselves rather than just the software in the games. So what you get is cycle accurate hardware emulation. So when you play your Super Nintendo games or arcade PCBs and things like that on this, it's perfect. In fact, if you go to YouTube, you can see some videos where people run emulators right next to real hardware, and they get out of sync. The emulator is usually a bit faster. But with this, because it's cycle accurate, it stays perfect with it. It's really, really interesting and a cool project. Things like the mini system. So this is the TurboGrafx CD or TurboGrafx 16 mini. And I have a Turbo CD, but I think I've told the horror story where the CD-ROM quit spinning. So I couldn't play games like East and Akumajo Dracula X, Rondo of Blood. So with these type things, I'm able to play these games a lot easier without worrying about my CD-ROM spinning and conking out. VR. I got a chance to get an Oculus Quest right before all this stuff happened, before all this lockdown happened. And I think I've gone on in a previous video about Half-Life Alyx, which, by the way, if you have a chance and an opportunity to play Half-Life Alyx, if you're building a gaming PC, you have one already, find a Quest and play Half-Life Alyx. It is the most amazing VR thing or gaming experience I've ever seen. Even if Half-Life Alyx wasn't in VR, Half-Life itself is just a fantastic game. Beautiful art, great story, VO, the whole nine. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hearing my boy Tony Todd, like, in my ears, it was great, fantastic, fantastic. But the fact that it's in VR, too, and you're doing all these crazy things, it blew my mind. And it is a full game. It took me 42 hours to get through the thing. After you're done with Half-Life Alyx, what are you going to play with your Quest? Star Wars Vader Immortal is a lot of fun. And when I saw Darth Vader coming up to me, he was like, like his chest comes up to my eyes, like, oh my gosh, I can push your buttons. I don't think he liked it very much. There's a Thrill of the Fight, which is a boxing game. That's been a lot of fun playing that. And then, of course, your staples like Beat Saber, Tetris Effect just came out, Pistol Whip. There's just a lot of great VR content. And the fact that this thing is wireless, it's very freeing. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. So, looking around, I think that's been a lot of what I've been up to under quarantine. Helping the kids with reading and math and reading about major black heroes so they're awoken when they go back to school. Cleaning, cooking, trying to spend time with friends and family, virtual, lots of Zoom calls and things like that. I really miss you guys. I miss my near mint condition crew. I miss hanging out and seeing you all. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that as soon as it's safe and possible to do that. And so I encourage you guys, continue to wear your masks, wash your hands, keep social distance, and as soon as we can get out and be together, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now let's see what our weebiest co-host has been up to. What's going on, TikTok Tina?
Somebody better get her, she's dancing like a stripper. Rob, what? Hi. Did you just call me TikTok Tina? I don't know anything about TikTok. I don't do TikToks. What have I been doing during quarantine? Let's see. I've been staring out the window listlessly, missing everybody. I mean, partially, but I've actually been enjoying myself. I've worked through quarantine. I work for a medical practice, so no rest for the wicked. And my ring light is, I'm going to take my glasses off because ring lights and glasses don't exactly work hand in hand. I miss everybody so much. I miss Dan. I miss Andrew, Omar, Rob, Maddie. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your faces and having discussions in person. And as we know, things are starting to reopen, but we are still maintaining our social distancing. I hope you guys at home are staying safe. What have you guys been up to? I tell you what, if you haven't read some manga, there is one manga that I've picked up, and actually it's an anime series of last season, I think it was, is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I want to say Chan every time. This is an amazing series. I really love it, and I think it's going to get a little bit darker as we go on. I need to order the second one. I've also been revisiting one of my major loves, which is Please Save My Earth. Unfortunately, I stopped collecting at volume 10. I've read it all, but I stopped collecting and now it's out of print. So I'm missing volume 13. I've been able to find some of the other ones pretty cheaply, but volume 13 apparently is going online for like $200. So if you guys see it, let me know. I would be so thankful. And then of course, I've been playing video games. Like, who hasn't besides Rob? Actually played video games. So I have not yet played Final Fantasy VII. Disclaimer, I know. I will get there. I'm just slow. I've been working. No excuses though. I've just been slow. But I've been finishing off Bloodstain. I'm almost done with it, so no spoilers. It's amazing, guys. It's a spiritual successor to Castlevania series. There's a lot of homages on there, which are great. The voice acting's okay. I'm ever a critic of voice acting, but it's really good. I think Omar, when I talked to him about it, he was like, "Oh, you mean it's like an easier Castlevania?" I'm like, "Shut it." I've also been playing Otames, so this is the second one, Code Realize. So if you haven't played Code Realize, pick it up. If you have played the KFC one, I want to know because I haven't yet played it. Maddie and I are planning on playing some video games now. She is doing, or at least planning on doing, Twitch streaming. And then we kind of recorded and played one just this week that we'll post later on. Which was, fortunately, some that we just didn't realize it was really sad. So we apologize for that. Disclaimer, there's some graphic or semi-graphic content on there. Not super graphic, but it does have mentions of suicide. But what have you guys been playing? Have you guys been reading anything you feel like I should read? Oh, by the way, Demon Slayer. So Demon Slayer just ended. If you're part of the Jump app, the last chapter was released on the 17th, and I have mixed feelings about the ending. And no spoilers, but I feel like sometimes mangaka, they end the series on a lighter note. Like they're like, oh, let's skip ahead and do this little thing here, and it's magical, everybody's happy. And I get that. You want to end on a lighter note, but I think it could have ended at the last chapter beforehand. But, you know, that's my own opinion. I loved Demon Slayer. I looked forward to it, and I'm really sad it's over. So if there's another one that's coming up that's kind of a shonen-ish title that has, you know, something creepy, suggest it in the comments down below. I'm also catching up with Promised Neverland, so I am caught up thanks to the Jump app on Promised Neverland. I'm like two chapters behind on One Piece, so I need to catch up. I'll probably do that today before I go back to work. What have you guys been up to? What have you been doing? I miss talking with everybody. I miss interacting with you viewers. So leave us a comment. Let us know what we should be doing in quarantine. Should we be doing nerdy crafts? Like I do cross stitch, and I've been working on some cross stitch stuff. You can see Clef from Rare there. I've got some One Piece cross stitch that I've done in the past. Have you been nerdy crafting? Doing paper crafts? What have you been doing to fill in your time? Anyways, if you like, please comment down below, subscribe, check our notifications, or that little thing. I'm running out of words, guys. I've been in quarantine so long, help me. Have a wonderful day, and as everything reopens, wash your hands, stay safe, wear a mask, and just use common sense. Anyways, bye.